Hey everyone, what's up? So now I'm ready to talk about Puff Daddy. So we've been seeing a lot of this exposure on a lot of people, and we know that sex trafficking and especially involving children is very prevalent, especially with a lot of people that we look up to. We see that certain people are named on lists, such as the Epstein list. Um, my thoughts on this whole Daddy thing is this. Who are his associates? Who is he linked to? And if you just simply search the internet, you'll see he's linked to very prominent people. Is there any CIA involvement? Those are my type of questions about this. He clearly is probably low level when it comes to his ties with these other types of people. If I'm Puff Daddy, although it probably will not happen, they're not prosecuting anyone because there are a lot of people that are involved in this child sex trafficking and whatever else. Um, and we're talking about very prominent people that I won't name because, again, YouTube has problems with this type of stuff, but you people can do this research on your own. Um, I doubt anything will happen, even if he wants to give up names, because, again, he had to have acquired this type of behavior. And we notice that this behavior, again, is tied to some very important people who hold even prominent positions. Not just here in the United States. We've seen Puff Daddy even with people, is it Prince William? Not the younger brother, not the older one. Um, you're going to see the same type of young girl being associated with pictures of Puff Daddy as you'll see with even former presidents of this United States. Now, again, I'm not going to name names. This information's out there. It's public knowledge at this point. You people can do your own research. But again, Puff Daddy more than likely is one of the more low-level figures who are involved in this type of stuff, which is sad. You understand? But this stuff is finally coming to light. I'm happy to see it. But again, I know, as I stated in my past video, Puff Daddy is at best a distraction. We saw what happened today with that bridge that went down in Baltimore. There's a lot of questions about that. Of course, we brought up what happened with the UN, the US, and Israel. Stuff is getting wild here. I know people are more concerned about eclipse and crazy stuff and red heifers being sacrificed, whatever else. And I know these videos are getting a lot more weird. I myself wish I could just go back and talk boxing and have a normal life. I do admit that my life hasn't been normal like in the past 2 or 3 years, but those are the type of questions that you need to ask yourself. And is anything ever finally going to get done about this? Because this is a huge part of our structure that's in the United States of America. It's a huge part of the structure, especially in other countries that we see that are part of the West, such as the UK. Epstein was listed as an asset, and perhaps Puff Daddy on some level, was protected, but now he's kind of being thrown out of the fray because, he may be a threat to these people. But what you need to also understand as well, the way this government works now, you're kind of guilty before proven innocent. So I don't understand why would you have a raid on 2 homes. Perhaps these people who are afraid of what potentially Puff Daddy can do to them, are they trying to get the evidence and destroy it so that they can't use that? If you do your research on this Puff Daddy thing, kind of like a Nixon, he liked to film and record people. So I'm sure Puff Daddy has some kind of dirt on somebody as well, but you got to understand these people will use their own resources to try to mask and save themselves from being associated with these type of people, or at least get exposed themselves. So perhaps they had Homeland Security collect whatever data they could, make sure that they're not on tape or anything. Those are the type of questions I ask myself when I think about these things, guys. And I do apologize for the certain content that I'm coming out with, but I'm tired of the corruption of this country, and I'm tired of basically evil getting to prevail in this country. I'm tired of it. I am. For those who want to act like it's not affecting them, you got to think of figures like Hitler or something like that. How did they get to that high position? It was because people didn't want to address the stuff and talk out about it. They figured it didn't affect them, so why should they care about it? But I'm telling you, we're at a point now where you are being affected by this type of nonsense, whether you know it or not. So I'm not going to be one of those guys that, I don't know, just goes about my day and things like that. I was that guy at one point, and then this stuff affected me, and this is what led me to kind of get more research and see what's just going on with this country, because I felt like I'm Rip Van Winkle. One day everything was fine, and then one day I kind of woke up and then my whole world kind of collapsed, let's just say that, and I've been recovering ever since. But I do feel like it's our duty, especially as citizens of the United States, if we even want to call that, if it is even the United States anymore, which it doesn't feel like it, guys. But those are the type of questions I ask myself when I look at this Puff Daddy situation. You know what I'm saying? I think Puff Daddy should do the right thing and give these people up. I'm sure there's still good people in the government. There's still good people in law enforcement. And I'm sure they're tired of this nonsense that's going on as well, but this needs to stop. These people need to be removed, and this country needs to go back to being normal. I want to keep, hoping for the best, but again, I do expect the worst. So I'm even going as far as exposing myself on the internet now. This stuff, it kills me. There needs to be some justice and not the equity that they're trying to push and all the other nonsense. These criminals need to finally start being held accountable, and something needs to be done about this evil that is on this country. It's that simple. Call me a conspiracy theory, call me crazy, whatever you guys want, but I'm telling you, if we don't do nothing, it's only going to get worse. Just letting you know that right now. We'll talk to you later. Bye.